Diddy. Oh, Diddy. Some people thought it was over for you, but it's just beginning, and it's far from over. Guys, check out this that has just been released.
While working with Cassie, she did witness verbal abuse on more than one occasion, one of which took place during Cassie's 29th birthday in 2015. Red says Diddy showed up at karaoke, where Cassie and a group of friends were celebrating.
So he had her backed into the corner, and he was like cussing her out with his hand in her face.
Later that night, Red, who was staying at Cassie's home, says she awoke to screaming.
He's standing in the living room area, and she's there, and he was like, emotional singing, bitch. There you are. And I just was like, oh, he's talking to me. And I remember, I felt like I was in the presence of his monster inside. And I remember, looking in his eyes, and I said to him, what did y'all do? Because I could see that she was, really sedated. That was the first time I ever seen her, high before. And then he says, tell your girl she wants some birthday. And we were like, well, I mean, he's saying this to me, and I'm like, well, she doesn't have to have sex with you if she doesn't want to. He was upset, I guess that she didn't want to do with him whatever he wanted. I don't know. I don't feel like I could advocate for myself in that moment. I realized, oh, this guy is dangerous.
Red says it was only a few months ago that Cassie told her what was really going on that night in 2015, that it all stemmed from the music executive wanting her to take part in what he called a freak-off against her will.
Hold up, let's pause. So wait a minute. Cassie. Oh, girl, you're a genius. Am I the only one, guys, that's thinking she was laying things out from the beginning? She was telling people about this information for them to be able to tell her story when she can't because of the non-disclosure agreement.
What did Cassie tell you about these freak-offs?
That he would hire these, sex workers, and, they would have, sex with her or whatever, and he would watch and tell them what to do.
In her lawsuit, Cassie alleges she was forced to participate in freak-offs throughout her relationship with Diddy. Red learning recently one horrific detail from Cassie.
She told me the only time he was willing to do anything or work on her music, go through any plans, any of that, was when she had a freak off. So all of our music, all my work, to find out that I spent all these years writing these songs for him to rape my friend to, is just disgusting.
In the lawsuit, Cassie detailed the physical abuse she says Diddy committed, including an instance where she was put in a hotel room for days to heal. Red says Cassie recently told her about Diddy giving her a black eye before the premiere of her 2016 film, The Perfect Match.
I remember one time her telling me that, I think it might have been The Perfect Match, that movie that she was in, and she told me that she had a black eye under her makeup.
Do you believe Diddy is a dangerous person?
Yes, I do.
Why?
I mean, look at his rap sheet.
An attorney for Cassie declined to comment. Diddy's attorney did not respond. In 2015, Diddy was arrested on 3 counts of assault with a deadly weapon and other charges for allegedly beating up his son's football coach. Prosecutors declined to file felony charges related to that arrest. 24 hours after Cassie filed her lawsuit, she and Diddy announced that they had reached an undisclosed settlement. Combs released a statement saying, "We have decided to resolve this matter amicably. I wish Cassie and her family all the best."
Another pause. This is when Diddy thought it was going to be done. But this is when it just begun. You see, now Cassie is going to speak through other people. It's kind of like speaking from the grave, but she's still alive. And people are going to talk for her. And they are going to be her witnesses. And they are not going to be afraid. And they're not going to be paid off.
His lawyer adding that the settlement was, quote, in no way an admission of wrongdoing.
I mean, I just feel like it's PR. He's settled because he doesn't want to go to court.
I do believe that to be true. Nobody wants to go through court. Nobody is perfect. But at the same time, there has to come a time in life when we know we are doing something wrong that we repent. It seems like Diddy didn't. Now he thought he could pay it to go away. But the only thing that went away was Cassie not being able to speak with the non-disclosure agreement. But she made sure she spoke a lot before she signed anything. And these people are now coming out. You know, there are people like this woman and other people who have their own stories. And it's just beginning. You know, Diddy may not end up in jail. But then again, he might. Or he might put himself in a grave. All we can do is just kind of wait for the next story to come out and see what happens, because it seems like he's hurt a lot of people and got himself into the pit that he was digging for others. Thank you so much for joining me, friends. Thank you so much for taking your time to click on this video. If you enjoyed this video, please encourage me to make more by hitting subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and it's also free to hit that like button. Make sure when you hit that like button, send it some love and tell it that more people should be hitting the like button too. Guys, take care of yourself. Huge hugs, loads of love, big blesses. Be good to people out there, please. Be good. Treat people the way you want to be treated. And if people don't treat you the way you should be treated, walk away from them. Two wrongs don't make a right. Pick yourself up and leave their presence. Do not beg and do not moan. Do not complain. Move on. God has a plan for you, and that plan is going to be something that will get you out of whatever you are in regards to pain, hurt, sorrow, trials, and tribulations. You are worthy. And just like the tulips come out of the ground but once a year and for a little bit of time, and God gives them so much beauty, imagine how much more beauty you will have in your life. Believe, have faith, and everything will be all right. My name is Sister Cerise, and I made this video with my own opinions and with the copyrights of the industry. I am just on here using the information that I saw and that I want to share. Make sure that you also do the same. Getting the word out there to help people heal is the only way that we can start to stop the hurt and the hate.